Hey folks, Crazy Cajun here. Today I'm going to be cooking up a hamburger soup. I've never cooked this before. I browsed soup recipes online and I said, what can I do? And I come across a hamburger soup recipe. Of course, I always put my own spin to it, twist it up to make it my own because, like I always say, cook with love and be creative. So we're going to be using, I have a 90% lean, 10% fat, because you want minimal grease. I usually cut my own onions and bell pepper and garlic, but sometimes I keep a spare of chopped seasoning of peppers and onion blend. And today I'm going to do that. Sometimes you just need an easier day, or sometimes you might be out of the fresh stuff. But we got a few spices. We're going to do carrots, and we're going to use beef broth and diced tomatoes and green chili. So paprika, parsley flakes. I'm going to put a little chili powder just to give it a little chili type flavor in my hamburger soup. Garlic powder, slap your mama, olive oil, oregano, tomato paste, garlic, and something else. I got to thinking yesterday. I had made some noodles, some penne pasta, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut them in half like that and not cook with it, but when the soup is done, throw these in it and let it cook in it for about a minute and serve it up. Or serve up in the bowl and then add this. So either way, we're going to see how it comes out, but we're going to put some little penne pasta in. You don't have to do that. It's just an additive. So let's get started with the ground beef. First thing we're going to do is, because it's so lean, which I like and prefer, we're going to put this ground beef in the pan over here. Yeah, let me rinse my hands. I've got ground beef fingers. And I'm going to take this olive oil that I just mentioned and just drizzle just a little bit on top. I just like a little olive oil. We're going to cook this on a medium. I think it's always best to go low and slow. At high would be the medium, would be the highest, because you don't want to go fast and boiling. So this is at a medium, a number 6. And we're going to, I like to use a spatula when starting out, because we're going to get this ground beef broke up. And just let that cook for a while. And once this ground beef is really broke up and cooking and browning, then we'll move on and see how we put our seasoning in. And this is going to be a good dish, perfect for the type of year and the weather we are having. And it's a quick and easy dish. Keep following. All right, as I'm cooking the ground beef down on that medium heat, with a wide spatula, I'm constantly breaking it. And by the way, I'm using 2 pounds of ground beef in a Dutch oven. And I'm constantly like flipping it like this. And once it gets really good and brown, so you still got some pink, so this is not ready yet, then I'll drain off the excess grease. We'll scoop it and put it in there, and then we'll start with the next step. Okay, so now switch to the spoon because everything's broke up, and you can see all these little juices that's in the bottom. You can wait for it to cook out, or what I like to do is I'll drain it like this and reserve it. Let's go ahead and get that drained up and reserved in case we need any of those flavors back in. Ooh. And then I'm going to put some spices on the meat as they continue to cook with the seasoning, and then we'll add more spices to the actual soup as we go. Whew, almost done. You see, you wouldn't think you would have that much, but even with lean meat, that 10% plus the little bit of olive oil we put. All right, that should be enough. All right, so what we're gonna do, see, it looks pretty good. I like it more brown than that before I put everything else in. But right now, what we're gonna do let me go ahead and start putting some of these actual spices. So we'll put a little garlic powder. This way your meat could be flavored while it's cooking, and then we can add more of this afterwards. Let's do a little chili powder. And again, everything you just judge. Do my slap your mama. It's just really good flavoring. It's a good clean product. Not gonna do the oregano right now. I'm not gonna do the parsley, but we'll do the paprika. And we'll get that stirred up, and then I'm gonna add some of these chopped seasonings. And let that cook. And I'm gonna lower my heat to number 4. So that's between a low and a medium. Okay. Once that's blended together, let's go ahead and add some of this pepper and onion blend. And just kind of just judge. That looks like a good fair amount. And then same with the, you can use fresh garlic or minced garlic. We're going the easy way today. We'll do about, I guess that's a little better than a teaspoon of that, of the minced garlic. And what we'll do is let this now cook by itself for a while. So get that blended up good. That looks like a good fair amount. I like my soups and stews all real meaty. So we'll just let that cook until the seasoning gets limp and the ground beef gets a little more brown. Okay, I went ahead and, excuse me, put my top on because I actually bumped my heat to number 5 because it wasn't doing as quick as I would have liked. These little bit of juices that's in here now, I'm going to leave because they got flavor from the spices and the seasoning. So what I'm going to do at this moment, let's go ahead and add some tomato paste. And we'll just fill this can with a little water. Remember, we want to get every drop. And we're going to let this cook for about 5 minutes with the tomato paste. And then we'll go ahead and add our diced tomatoes and our carrots and just kind of put it all together so then it can cook together and those flavors can marry. All right, I want you to see something. As I was stirring it and the paste was cooking down, I was like, wow, actually my husband took a sneak peek and said, not enough peppers. So we went ahead and put the whole bag. This is a 22 ounce or 1 pound, 6 ounce bag of 3 peppers and onion blend. So it looks about a proportion. And for your soup, that is much better. Now we're going to go ahead and add 1 can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. And that'll be, because this is a Hamburger soup, but it's a red. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, my gosh. I could probably eat this like this. And we're going to go ahead and just build everything together now at this point. I'm going to put a little shredded carrots, but I want whole carrots too because I want that to be a meaty portion with the meat. So let's just put a little of these shredded carrots. That should be enough on that. I'll get all this picked up after. And get this bag cut open. And let's put some of these. And let's see what that looks like. And then we're going to add our spices and our beef broth. I think that should be plenty enough carrots. Now, and looking at this, geez, what do you usually have with hamburgers? Fries. I don't have potatoes right now, but the light bulb is going off. Wow, throw some potatoes in there. Hamburger soup is like hamburger and fries because hamburger soup and potatoes. However, today's soup does not have potatoes. I don't have any. So let's put some more of our spices. And once it's all together, I'm going to taste it. And if I got to add more of something, we'll add more. There's the parsley that I've mentioned. I go with a little more chili powder, not much because it's not chili, it's hamburger soup. I'm not going to put the noodles in right now because that's just a little additive that I'm going to throw in later. Little oregano, not much. So I'm going to just put it in your hand like this. Do like a pinch like that. Okay? And let's do slap your mama. I'm so messy. Let's get this mixed up. That way all them flavors are throughout. And now I have a 2-pound box of unsalted beef broth. And I'm going to probably put maybe 3/4 of it or half. Let's see what we got. Maybe the whole thing. That's like maybe half, a little better than half. The rest I'm going to put water. So, now I like to fill my cans with the water so I can get the rest of this. And we're going to have it more water than needed at the moment because we want it to cook down. And so it's better to have more. Stir often, let it cook down. And I plan to cook this for about an hour. I think the longer it goes on low and slow, the more those flavors have a chance to marinate and come together. But take a good close look. Doesn't that look so delicious? Look at that. Very colorful, very fall. Very scrumptious because I know it's going to be delicious. All right, soup is ready. Let's get that served up. And as I said earlier, with the noodles, you can just cut them in half and put some in here. I'm not letting them cook in here just because if you let it cook in here, I'm afraid it's gonna swell and it's just gonna be too swollen. So what I'm gonna do, I have this in here. You can take a look and just kind of mix it through. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look so good? And I put some additional spices here because my daughter's going to be a tasting. I don't know if she wants to add some more spices or some parmesan, but we'll see, and we'll see what she thinks. All right, so we got ourselves some hamburger soup. First time having it. I haven't had it before. Let's see if we need any extra stuff. It looks good. It smells good. That's good. Good hearty soup. I personally will put a little garlic and slap your mama just because I like those flavors. But this is a good soup for winter, especially it's getting cold right now. So you can sit cozy up with this soup and really enjoy it. Thumbs up. And as always, more to come. See you soon.